Okay. Thanks for watching. Let's go.
Hello everybody, this is Boxing Bros UK. I am the Hister Boss Chris. It's my co-host Andrew the Boxing Brain. Topic of the day is Jai Opetaia and his quest to become undisputed cruiserweight king. And everyone's ducking him. They don't want the smoke with Jai. They just don't want it.
I don't blame him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's a killer. We've got the interview here on TalkSport where he's very animated.
He literally is a wrecking ball. He's demolished everyone who's been put in front of him, 28-0. And now he's going to defend his title
he must be
down
great
under against the German challenger, brave chap that he is.
Oh, no, that's
I'm delighted to say, let's go down under to Australia, and I think we're going to speak to the IBF Cruiserweight champion, Jai Opetaia. Jai, good day, mate.
What's going on, boys? How are you?
He's such a nut.
Great to speak to you. It's been a while since I've seen you. So listen, what's coming up for you? This German challenger, Hussein Chinkara. Is he another one you're just going to brush aside?
Man, you know, it's been weird, you know. I've been finding out different things every now and then, following around on social media with who I'm fighting next. You know, it's a bit of a journey, but what I've been told is I'm fighting Sin Cara next, and then I want to try and push that fight as early as I can, and then we're hoping to get Bill and Smith on the undercard of Eubank and Connor Ben. So,
right. So Bill Smith is the one you want, Jai, is it?
Well, I wouldn't say he's the one I want. I'm chasing belts. You know what I mean? I've been chasing these unification fights for such a long time now, and it's getting frustrating. But it is what it is. You know, we're here now. But I feel like,
because they don't want to smoke.
Once I do what I got to do against Connor, Chris Bill and Smith, you know, I feel like I just won't be denied. You know, they have to give me the shot.
I know what he's trying to do here. So he wants to fight Bill and Smith, and he wants to knock him out and destroy him in 2 rounds, and say, "Look what I did to Bill and Smith." And look what Ramirez did to Bill and Smith. That's why he's ducking me. He's a coward. You know, he wants to play that game.
Yeah, and also, it looks on the Conor Ben undercard. That is a great...
Massive exposure.
It's a great platform for him because, you know, this guy needs... I know he's quite big over here, and he's massive in Australia, but he should be a superstar, really. I think he does have the personality. You know, he's fast, he's flashy, he's powerful. So that would really put... And people know Chris Bill and Smith, so that would be a statement, I think, a worldwide statement.
Exactly. Jai Opetaia, basically, smart move, big exposure, knocking out Bill and Smith on the Ben Eubank undercard.
Makes sense.
What a statement that will be.
The shot. You know, everyone always talks about, you know, he wasn't ready, he's too early, he's not good enough. But Bill and Smith, I respect, you know, so I've been told there's a budget, he can have the whole thing, you know. I just got to take care of business first, and then I'll fight him under the undercard, and let's go.
Okay, well, wait, if that did slip out, we apologise for Jai's language.
I know the ultimate goal for you is to become undisputed cruiserweight champion. We've talked in person before. You've talked about moving up to heavyweight as well. Do you feel that a lot of the cruiserweights have now gone up to heavyweight? The timing might be now, as opposed to waiting around for the Ramirez fight and, you know, having to tread water, if you like, because you are seen as the best cruiserweight.
You're saying names. You're talking names. You know, he's moved up. Undisputed. That's what I'm chasing. I want to call myself undisputed cruiserweight world champion. And then once it's done, then I can move up and I can, you know, live my life. You know, it is what it is. But I want to become undisputed cruiserweight world champion first.
And once you do that, once you achieve that and become undisputed,
anyone can get it after that.
You're going straight up to heavyweight after?
Whoever. But right now, my eyesight's on belts.
Why are you not able to make them?
He's funny about the heavyweight conversation, isn't he?
He was talking about the dynamics of the fight tomorrow, and he expected the fight that's coming up. He expects you to work through that.
It's just he wants to be undisputed cruiserweight, so he don't want to talk about that because it's in his mind. It's years away. So he's like, "What's the point?"
Right?
Of talking about it? I want to talk.
He don't want to entertain it, does he?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to talk about it because that's not what my goal is. So, you know, and that's what I think his fighter's mentality. Like when you say, "Oh, what's happening in your next fight?" and they say, "I'm concentrating on this fight. I'm not getting ahead of myself." So I think it's that kind of mentality, you know.
and deal with it. And I expect you to deal with this guy. He's 40 years of age. He's beneath your level. I think you'll blow straight through him. Why is Bilham Smith, who doesn't hold a belt, of particular appeal to you? I mean, Zero Ramirez is the fight that you want.
Hey, these are the fights I want. You know, obviously I want the belts.
But why, Jai? Bilham Smith doesn't have any belts.
Come on, Simon. It's obvious why, isn't it? Come on.
The truth.
Yeah.
Bloody Nora.
So, if I had the chance, obviously I'd pick a belt. But I feel like we got this in Cara. We have to take care of it mandatory. Let's do it. You know, we'll push this fight as early as we can. We'll take care of business. So, and then I've been told there's a $1 million
IBF
budget,
and their mandatories,
right? A $1 million budget to be on an undercard of Eubank and benn between me and Chris Bilham Smith. And they offered it 50-50, right? So he said, I'm not fighting Jai unless I get a meal. Well, take the meal.
First time rounds. We got that on the first bounce. We got that on the first bounce, yeah.
All right. We got that.
So if I mean...
He's not happy, is he? He ain't happy.
You hear that? He's like, just take the whole purse. Just fight me. That's someone who hasn't got a belt because he believes it's going to get his belt. So
I think he's had enough.
He's had enough. And everyone's ducking him. It's not fair.
From the safe distance of the UK as you're in Australia.
If you're wanting to fight on the Eubank benn fight, when's that? November, Spence, or is it October?
November the 15th.
November the 15th. So you're going to have to be out pretty soon, Jai, aren't you, against this other guy?
Man, it is what it is. You know, like, this is the plan. If it all works in your favour, take it. You know, like, I've always backed myself. I'll do the hard work. Let's do it.
Do you think fighting Bilham Smith will be your hardest test? I think the fights that you had against Breeders were hard. I think most of the fights, with respect to you, Jai, I'm a big admirer of your talent. You've been on a level above these guys. Fighting Ellis Zorro and fighting Jack Massey, whilst you may respect them as fighters, they're not on your level and they've been easy nights' work for you. Breeders was a different kettle of fish. Do you think Bilham Smith is a very difficult night's work for you?
I believe he's a hard fight. I believe he's a respectable fighter. But that's why I feel is when I fight him and I do what I do against him, they cannot deny it from there. Our unification has to come from there. Like what you're saying, I haven't fought him, he was too early. There's always an excuse because of what I do to him.
But everyone thinks you're the monster, Jai. So the only reason they're not getting a Ramirez fight is because they're ducking you.
That's
the point, Jai, isn't it? But if you go and do a number on Chris Bilham Smith, do you think it's going to deal with him in no short order, which we'll debate whether you can or can't. How is Ramirez going to want to run into a ring with you after that?
Because he's a fighter.
Yeah. So is he not ducking you already, though?
Hey, I don't know. The opportunity hasn't come. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I don't know the politics of this.
Jai, language.
You need to watch our
language. With the money side of the cruiserweights, doesn't help it, does it? Because we're talking about someone of your stature going into a fight where there's only $1 million on offer, whereas in the heavyweights, you know you're going to get that for tune-up fights.
Hey, unification. We get the unification. Hey, these heavyweights they're always going to be there. This unification opportunity to call myself undisputed will never. Once I got the heavyweight, it's gone.
That's what you want.
It's gone. Once I tick that box as an undisputed cruiserweight champion,
right,
then I can live my life and go, bruv, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't want to look back and go, you know,
Jai, we're running. What we have here,
I think what he's saying there, Chris, if you want to pause it quickly,
the number of dumps we've got.
Once he's become undisputed, he can then eat like a king, move up to heavyweight, you know, put on a cut of stone, you know, and then mix it with the big boys and see how his power transfers up. But I think he's looking at the Usyk blueprint in terms of legacy, and I think he wants that sort of trajectory, which listening to him now, I sort of understand, actually. It makes sense.
Yeah, because and as well, he's fighting against boxing. Like, why should I have to go to heavyweight and give up my dream because these fuckers are ducking me? So he's trying his hardest to stay in the cruiserweight division and keep on fighting and trying to get them fights by any means.
Because he hits so hard. He hits so hard and so fast, and I think people is just not. They just don't want it. And the cruiserweight division's dead as well, isn't it? It's dead.
Yeah. And you got and a broken jaw as well. Like, and he keeps on coming. Like, he's a fucking animal.
For any foul language, so we do apologise for that. Jai, I'm probably asking for major trouble in asking you this. You fear no one, don't you? Even at cruiserweight now, and if you go up to heavyweight, which we're sure you will, you fear absolutely no one, don't you? I've watched you. You destroy everything that's put in front of you.
You know, it's not about that. You know, it's just I respect the sport, and I've fought my whole life. So I feel like the best should fight the best, and let's figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about fear, you know, push yourself towards fear. If it's scary and they're good fighters, fuck, that should make you want to fight, you know, that should push you towards it. So,
got you.
Let's go.
Jai, it's seldom I feel this relieved coming to the end of an interview, but we feel immensely relieved here in this part of the UK, and thank you. But in all seriousness, mate.
Yeah, fuck off.
Relieved. Bit of a weird. But the thing is, what I want to say on that is, look, maybe because of the time zones, he might be a bit tired. He looked to me tired or something going on there. You know, we've interviewed him. You asked him the same question about unification. He gets asked it all the time with us media people. He's probably had enough of talking about it. He's answering the same stuff. His team are offering the fight. We spoke to Spencer Brown about it.
A question I got is, he wants to unify. I interviewed him earlier. He said he doesn't want to move up until he unifies. Why can't he get that unification?
He will, and it will happen. And we're talking about it at the moment. We're trying to make it happen. He will, and it will happen. And we're talking about it at the moment. We're trying to make it happen.
Proper fighting man. I always find with Australians, anytime I've met people from that part of the world, they're warriors. They're great sportsmen. They're great athletes out there. They love their sport. They're tough people. And to me, he looks absolutely fucked off. He's sick of it. Mainstream media, small media. He just don't care. That's why I think he's chucking F-bombs at everyone. He's just had enough, I think. So I understand it, because he wants to get in there and fight. Jai Opetaia is from an old school, I think, where he just wants to get in. We saw that against Breed. Was the first Breeders fight a draw, or did he edge the win in that one?
He beat him. He beat him with a broken jaw.
Yeah,
that was the thing. He got his jaw broke in that round. I think it was like the to late rounds. He got his jaw broke, and he still tried to win the fight.
But both fights really close. But Breedis was that would be my only question mark with Jai Opetaia, is that he went life and death with Breedis, who probably gave Usyk his best fight. So, you know, if you're durable as a cruiserweight heavyweight, there would be ways of beating Jai Opetaia. That's for sure. There is. You know, he's not unbeatable. I don't think anybody is, although Moses Toma looks unbeatable at the moment. I got that impression when I was filming you talking to him. He just seems a no-nonsense, not much of a talker. I'm here to fight. And he's in a modern generation of people that are all about the social media likes, big money. And I think he's from a bygone sort of era.
You can see it, and it's not fair, because the best's supposed to fight the best. Gilberto Ramirez has already openly come out and said, I'm not going to fight Jai Opetaia. I want to see what Jake Paul wants.
That's unbelievable. Is that a direct quote? Is it? Yeah. Is that direct quote? Is it?
That's not exactly what he said. I'm paraphrasing, but basically, I want to see what Jake Paul wants to do, because he's a cruiserweight,
because of
the world champion, and he's ranked highly in the WBA rankings now, like whatever ranking they gave him for that type for. Whatever his last shit fight. So that's what he's waiting for.
But don't that show you, Chris? I want to ask you this on the back of his. Don't that show you the difference in character now, I think, in sport, right? And football, we've had this for years, where there's no loyalty anymore. You won't see a Matt Letizia, Ryan Giggs staying at the same club forever. Tony Adams, I know you're a big gooner back in the day. Because to me, if you're a fighter, the belts and the legacy should be everything, right? Ramirez fighting Jai Opetaia, daring to be great, to become unified or undisputed, should trump. Because I know this is the mad thing, because the Jake Paul fight makes massive amounts more money. So clearly, he's more interested in the money than the belts. It should be the other way around, but this is where we're at. Ramirez has got the WBO and the WBA.
He's got the WBA and WBO.
Yeah.
Badu Jack's got the WBC.
That's right, Badu Jack. Yeah, it was someone. Yeah, it was someone before Badu Jack picked up, didn't he? That's right.
Yeah,
but Badu Jack's like 40 fucking 2, isn't he? He ain't fighting Jai Opetaia either.
Yeah, it's not fair, man. Just give him the belts. They should just give him the belt, because he's got the Ring Magazine belt. That means he's the number one in the division. But the other guys won't fight him, so he can prove it.
I do feel, in a way, Chris, do you think psychologically, right? Because outside of the Breeders fight, which was a very good fight, and I'm trying to think, has he been he might have gone the distance before. I'm trying to think, actually, off the top of my head, his record. But generally, he's sparking everybody out, you know, Zorro, all comers. And he's having to sort of scrape the bottom of the barrel fighting these mandatories with people that are a bit washed up. And I think he's doing such a job on these people and looking so ferocious. The talk in his shots, you know, he's clearly got buzzed against that Nyaka, whatever it was, and come back in that fight. So he don't mind a tear up. He was a big, strong cruiserweight. That was he a fellow Australian?
Yeah, he was, I think. And remember, Spencer Brown told us in the interview. I'll put that interview on a card. He said that Nakata was smacking up Bacoli in sparring.
You saw, listen, the kid who we fought at the weekend, I thought was a tough task for Jai, but he walked through him like a knife through butter. I was amazed how easily he done it. David Naik is an Olympian. I've seen David Naik in a gym fighting people like, or sparring people like Bacoli. Yeah. Honestly, and seen him whoop their ass, or sparring people like Bacoli. Yeah. Honestly, and seen him whoop their ass.
That's what he said.
Big, really big,
strong. He was battering at Bacoli in sparring.
That 6'5", that guy, you know, and he rocked Opetaia a bit, and he recovered well, so he's got good powers of recovery. And I wonder, Chris, do you think he's almost so there's such a kind of aura around him, it's actually affecting his ability to get the big fight? He almost wants to, I know it's mad, but he almost maybe wants to like dial it down a bit in these.
Yeah, well, that's what you know. That's what what's his face was trying to say. Simon Jordan. He says if you fucking go out on the Conor Benn undercard and absolutely annihilate Billam Smith in 2 rounds, Ramirez is not going to fight you. He's going to duck you even more.
Which I think he would have done. We love Chris Billam Smith, another fellow Brit, obviously, Boxing Bros UK. We always support our guys. But
before as well.
Stylistically, the matchup, look, Chris Billam Smith's main attributes, he's an all-rounder. He's a kind of 6 out of 10 across the board, if I had to kind of analyse him. But his main attributes are his durability, resilience, heart and chin. But he's there to be hit, Chris Billam Smith. And I think Jai Opetaia would just be a demolition job, and Chris Billam Smith ain't getting any younger. Sorry, Chris, if you see any of this. I'm just being honest. Great man, great fighter, but he would get. I would worry a bit about Chris Billam Smith's health in that fight, Chris. Like genuinely, Ramirez bashed up. Ramirez bashed up Chris Billam Smith, and Ramirez ain't a puncher, not really.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
He's kind of like, he's a super middleweight, really.
He's a punter. He's been down all the way down at middleweight, Ramirez. He's a pumped up cruiserweight, really, isn't he?
He's a hell of a fighter. He's a 4-weight world champion. But obviously, he's got to the end of his career, and now he's chasing the bag, and he's not bothered about being undisputed.
He's fought, he only lost to Bivold, hasn't he, Ramirez, I think, down at light heavyweight. So maybe he's thinking, oh, do I want another really hard fight at this? Yeah, money, get the money and sail off into the sunset with his family and whatever. Yeah.
Let's have it right. He's not going to lose to Jake Paul at all. So that's what he's thinking. And if I lose to Jai Opetaia, Jake Paul's not going to fight me because I've not got no belts.
Yeah.
So that's how he's thinking. And yeah, that's what's right for him. But that isn't what's right for the whole world. Don't be selfish, Ramirez.
Yeah.
Now, who are we to say?
These modern fighters, and it's so annoying for the fans and for the hardcore. It really is. Bloody hell. Ramirez, Jake Paul on Netflix in 2026 or something, you know, like, oh.
Well, you know, the only way, I wish people would take a leaf out of Muhammad Ali's book. Sonny Liston didn't want to fight him. So what did he do? He absolutely terrorized him every single day of his life. Camping outside his house with megaphones, screaming and shouting at him, following him when he was in casinos with a megaphone. Absolutely just annoyed the hell out of him until he said, fuck you, I'm fighting.
Like Shannon Briggs. He liked to do that.
Yeah, like Shannon Briggs. Yeah.
Let's go, Jack.
That's the only way. That's the only way, because it didn't work for Shannon Briggs because Klitschko didn't jack. But Sonny Liston, it worked on Sonny Liston, obviously, because I think that's the only way he's going to get a fight if he just absolutely if he goes old school, Muhammad Ali style, and just starts trolling people, but not on the internet. Real life trolling hurts people's feelings a lot more.
I've got a feeling Jai Opetaia's character, from what he doesn't seem to be that sort of, but he's very he's very stoic.
Hire me, I'll do it.
He's very stoic, isn't he? He's like he's a sort of strikes me as a man that's kind of from he's an old school type of fella. I can't imagine him doing that, you know.
He wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
He hasn't got to pull that off. You need a bit of charisma to try and make a joke of it, because he'd be there like, I want to kill you, come outside now. And they'd be fighting there and then. He wouldn't be making...
Yeah, exactly. So he needs his promoters and his management to do the business to get the fights done. And I don't know, do you reckon maybe he's been a bit let down by his team, maybe? I don't know. Maybe his team aren't doing enough to get in the fights. I don't know.
I don't think it's that. I just think them other guys, they don't want that smoke. They don't want to fight him. They don't want to fight him.
I think, unfortunately, Chris, as well, that division has got no depth to it whatsoever. You've got
no money.
You've got prospects coming through, like Vidal Riley's still a prospect, Alois Jr. coming through. You know, then you've got people like, you know, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but there's no one outside of even the champion. You know, Badu Jack is at 76. You know, the division, that cruiserweight division it's one of the worst divisions out of all of them. Probably super middleweight and cruiserweight division is probably the worst two divisions in all of boxing. Yeah, probably.
For sure. Like Badu Jack, he might fight Jake Paul after Jake Paul's fight. He's fighting Tank Davis. He's fighting Tank Davis.
I'm a big fan of Jai, same as you. I like his character in old school.
Yeah.
I wish the Ramirez fight would happen. I think he's, for me, and I know he's got his aspirations, he's wasting his time and he's, you know, fighting mandatories and people that he's just blowing. I think maybe he's going to have no choice but to go up to heavyweight. He might get to a stage he's got no choice, and that's all I've got to say on it.
Because his career is getting a bit like Golovkin. It's you know what I mean? Great talent, but he ain't getting the dance partners.
Other than Canelo, Kell Brook.
And Golovkin was a hell of a fighter, but he just didn't have the right dance partners. It was such a weak middleweight division at the time. Outside of Canelo, the draw with Canelo, he never fought anyone good.
Yeah.
But it's not his fault. It was a hell of a time.
Kell Brook moved up to middleweight to fight him, didn't he?
That's another thing. He's a welterweight.
He ain't a middleweight.
And he went back down to welterweight and campaigned there.
I think that pretty much ended Kell Brook's career, really, didn't it? I think his eyes... Well, did Golovkin have smashed his eye socket up?
Smashed his eye, blinded him, then he fractured his eye socket.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get these guys, and we might be seeing that with Moses at heavyweight. Sometimes you get these guys, right? They got everything. Everything they do is great. They're just too good, too big, too strong for their weight division. Everyone's petrified of them, and unless they move up and try and test themselves at a higher weight division, they stagnate. What can you do?
That's it. What do you think Jai should do?